Hello and welcome to Ian's Bricks. I'm Ian and today I've got an unboxing, a build and a review of this Lego architecture set. This is set number 21034 and this is London. This set has actually been out on the market for about 3 or 4 years now, since 2017. So it's been out for quite a while, but I managed to get this discounted on Amazon. In the UK, it normally retails at £45 and I managed to get it for about 23, so that's great. There are 468 pieces in the set. If I just sort of show you the box, obviously we've got the display on the front. We have Trafalgar Square here with the National Gallery and the Nelson's Column. We have the Elizabeth Clock Tower, or better known as Big Ben, here. We have the London Eye in the back, and we have Tower Bridge here with a little boat going under as well. And on the back of the pack here, it sort of explains what all those pieces are, giving you some real photographs here. I can get the light not to shine on them of what the actual items look like. So let's get this open. So there are some tacks on the bottom. I'm just going to open those first of all. Some stickers even. Get those open without making too much of a mess. There we go. Right, let's see what's inside. Oh, there we go. So, we have 2 of these rods here, which obviously go to make up the London Eye. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. Two more of those pieces there. And the booklet as well. Let's just have a quick look and see how the booklet looks. Oh, there we go. Just tells you about London if you never heard of London before. Okay, so it's got some nice actual real pictures of the actual items that you're building in the book. That's pretty good. There's the fabulous Tower Bridge. And straight into the build, and straight away I noticed that we have black pages with black bricks on. That makes it slightly more difficult, but yes, I think it's quite a nice little, quite a nice book here. It tells you all about architecture at the back of the book here. Different sort of sets here that you can get. So this has been out for a while, so this might be quite dated now as to what. Oh yeah, some of these sets here, the Louvre, Capitol Building, Eiffel Tower, most of these have retired now. I think the only one that you can still get is this one here, the New York City set. All the rest of those have retired, so never mind. Right, let's get this built and let's have a look and see what the finished set looks like. So here we have the completed model, and I think you can agree that this looks pretty good. I really enjoyed this. As I say, this is the first architecture set that I've actually built, but this is definitely London. It does have lots of sort of things that sort of do remind you of London. I'll go through each bit individually. So this little bit here is is supposed to be the National Gallery in Trafalgar Square. And it's not bad. The only things I don't really quite like is the colouring, because the statue is a little bit darker than this. You can see it's got a little micro figure at the top there, but the National Gallery looks sort of quite good there, and you've got the suggestion of the fountains and the lions around the Trafalgar Square as well. But as a sort of a little sort of thing that they've done there, I think it looks pretty good. You've got a printed piece at the front here which says London. I think most of the architecture sets have got these. And then you have the Houses of Parliament section with the Elizabeth Clock Tower, more famously known as Big Ben. Slightly disappointed that the clock face is only on one side. It's not on either side or the back at all, but it's quite a nice little piece. If I just sort of zoom in so you can sort of see how that looks. That looks pretty good. 10 to 8 apparently. So that looks good, and again I like the way that they've done the sort of the effect on the front here. In the middle at the back you have the London Eye. So this is literally just, you can see it is quite wobbly. It's just attached at the bottom here by a couple of pins, and these were straight pieces which you bend and then attach at the top. You can sort of manoeuvre it and because it wasn't quite round when I got it, so you can sort of faff around with it to make it sort of fit. And then this section in the middle here sort of represents the centre, but there's no spokes on it. And as you can see from the side angle here, it's actually leaning back a bit the way that I've done it, but that it just sort of, it's all loose, none of it's sort of attached. But no, it looks pretty good for what it is. It just sort of wobbles around quite a lot. And then over to the right hand side is the tower bridge, and this looks pretty good. I mean, again, it's sort of very, very small scale. You've got what's signifying the water here, the River Thames underneath, which is actually very clean looking compared to what the Thames normally looks like. And you have the drawbridge here, which lifts up and down. You can lift that up and down, and a sort of a hint of a little boat here. I think what's quite clever is this bit here, which you attach on. They are slightly flexible, so it does give that slightly angled piece as well. And you've even got the walkway at the top. You can go up there. I have actually been up there in real life, and it's quite an interesting thing to do. So all in all, I think it looks really, really good. If I show you what it looks like from the back as well, obviously it's not meant to be displayed from the back, but actually it still looks okay. And they've even finished off the back of the National Gallery building here to sort of make it look okay. And if I sort of show you from the top here, you can sort of see how the London Eye works. This bit here isn't quite, slightly offset. I think that's just how they have to sort of do it there. Anyway, I think it looks really, really good. As you can see, there's no clock face at the back here for the Big Ben or Elizabeth clock tower. But it's a really nice little thing. As to whether it's worth £45, which is what it normally retails at in the UK, I really don't think it's worth that. I paid £23 and a few pence for this, so I think this is worth more like maybe 30 to 35 if I'm honest, which you can normally find it on Amazon in the UK for around about that price, and I'm sure in other countries as well it's discounted from time to time. But as the first architecture set I've ever built, I really enjoyed it, yeah, I probably will get some more of these in the future, but we'll have to wait and see. I've got a couple upstairs in my attic which I haven't built yet, like Paris and San Francisco. Sort of bought those for investment, but as a first attempt, I think this is pretty good, and I'm really, really pleased with it. So I hope you like this review and build of this particular set. Please like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already as well. That would be marvellous. Really, really appreciate if you did that. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and do take care.